An old friend has returned to the city. Early this morning, Mr. PG was once again hoisted at the intersection of highways 97 and 16, but there are some differences.
He was a fixture at the intersection of the two highways for years, and today he came home for many more. He had some structural patchwork done during his brief holiday, and he is sporting a new paint job.
He was there for 30 years, so he needed a little bit of TLC. So we did a little bit of body work and repairs and some sandblasting and fresh powder coat paint, which will be a lot more resilient and last for the long term. So it looks really good.
Mr. PG came down in mid-September when it was decided the old dilapidated Visitor Information Center had to go. So not only is Mr. PG looking spiffier, he's set up in a slightly different location.
Time for a bit of a change. With us not having a visitor center there anymore, it was an opportune time to find Mr. PG a new home. And so we moved across the road to the other corner of the intersection at Highway 16 and 97. And it's a lot more of a visible location, so I think for the long term it makes a lot more sense to be here.
When he came down in September, a time capsule was removed from the cavity of the older Mr. PG.
There's a number of artifacts actually from the summer of 1983, so we have those on display for the next few weeks down at the Visitor Center on First Avenue. And there was all kinds of things, print materials and old radio tapes and letter from the mayor at the time and a whole host of other things. So if anyone's interested, for sure stop by our office and check it out.
The souvenirs from the time capsule will be on display at the Visitor Information Center for a couple of weeks before Tourism Prince George finds a permanent home for the items. Cheryl Jan, CKPG News.